Coming up on News Valdosta, a dog has more bite than bark.
And residents are falling victim to credit card scams.
Ariel Harrison will give us a look at the weather, and Kayla Jordan has our local sports. News Valdosta starts right now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Brad Covert.
And I'm Bridget Muckle. A 4-year-old boy is recovering from a vicious dog bite. Earlier this week, Jasper Poole was attacked by a relative's pit bull in Albany. Yesterday, the 4-year-old received a blood transfusion. Although the boy survived the attack, authorities say he is currently unable to walk and will need to receive several sessions of physical therapy. He will also be provided with counseling to help get over the fears. Doctors say Poole is still upset about the attack and is constantly in fear of being eaten.
The Valdosta Police Department arrested 34-year-old Terry Davis Sr. early this morning around 2 o'clock. And after investigation conducted into reports of suspicious person, Davis was arrested in violation of probation and interference with an officer. Police say Davis also gave false identification and was found in possession with a gram of marijuana.
Not even a minister is safe from robberies. News Valdosta reporter Jocelyn McGarrah has more.
Bishop Wade McCray of Union Cathedral spent his past week in disbelief after finding his home in the 55th block of Old Highway 41 South ransacked. Lake Park Police Chief James Braylick said the incident occurred March 22nd, but the break-in was not discovered until March 25th when a landscaper hired to trim palm trees on the property noticed a broken window. Lake Park officers interviewed a female juvenile who gave a full confession of her involvement and has been charged with 2 counts of burglary. She was later taken into custody yesterday and transported to the Regional Detention Center. Other suspects already imprisoned for the unrelated charges will be questioned and possibly charged at a later date. For your News Valdosta, I'm Jocelyn McGarrah. Back to the news desk.
Georgia Power officials are warning customers of a scam that they say is in work in southwest Georgia. Authorities say that they have received reports of scam artists trying to defraud customers as posing for Georgia Power employees, indicating that they're from the disconnection department, and demanding immediate payment via credit card or over the phone. In order to avoid disconnection, Georgia Power reminds customers to be cautious and never provide personal information, such as credit card or social security number, to an unverified person.
The City of Lake Park is considering rezoning a piece of land for a 64-unit apartment complex, but residents who live nearby are fighting against it. During a City Council meeting Tuesday night, both sides were allowed to comment on the issue. Council members then asked the developers to meet with residents of the area. One of the residents' main concerns was that the apartment complex will make it nearly impossible for them to get in and out of their neighborhood due to heavier traffic. The Lake Park City Council will revisit the issue at its next meeting on May 6th. In the meantime, developers have scheduled an informational meeting to speak with the residents on April 28th.
Monday will kick off the 5th Annual Government 101 Citizens Orientation Program. The 6-week course allows citizens to become knowledgeable of Valdosta's local government. Local officials will be able to answer questions on a personal basis for citizens that have registered.
It's April, which means the election of county commissioners and county school board members is only a month away. The final day to register for voting in this election is April 21st. The Board of Elections has sent out voter registration confirmation cards to verify people's current residences, so you'll continue to be registered. If you haven't received a card, then visit the Board of Elections and they'll give you a card to fill out. Early voting begins on April 21st if you're registered to vote, but the primary voting date is May 20th.
Coming up, Valdosta's hospice raises money for patients.
And prostate cancer research is receiving new funding. Stay with us.
My dad's one of the producers. He's here tonight. Bring this sweet.
when every moment matters and a hand reaches out, when someone gives blood and a life is saved. That moment when heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies, and your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Legislators from the U.S. House of Representatives are advocating funds for prostate cancer research. Georgia Congressman Sanford Bishop and New York's Peter King led 94 of their colleagues yesterday in recognizing survivors for prostate cancer. Hundreds of thousands of men are diagnosed with prostate cancer every year. The congressman co-wrote a bipartisan letter advocating increasing funds for prostate cancer research. If approved, the funding will provide $80 million to the Department of Defense for a prostate cancer research program next year. Funding will go towards improvising early diagnosis, discovery, and development of treatments.
Archbold Memorial Hospital in Thomasville will open a new primary care facility on Monday. The newly renovated 15,000 square foot facility will be the new home to Archbold Primary Care, a family medicine practice that sees patients over the age of 16. The practice will offer treatment for chronic diseases, preventative measures, wellness exams, women's health needs, and acute conditions requiring hospitalizations. The new building will be located on Pine Tree Boulevard near the public shopping center.
We're 3 months into the state's new way of handling mental health issues, and officials say progress is evident. A South Georgia medical hospital has been shut down in December. State Health Commissioner Frank Berry says the plan was to help mental health patients through the Community Behavioral Health Crisis Center, instead of placing them in a hospital. According to officials, the new approach is working, and more people are actually being helped through the crisis centers. Officials admit it's still a work in progress, but progress is being made.
Hospice of South Georgia's Advisory Board recently held a fundraiser resulting in $11,000 to benefit patients at the Langdale Hospice House. Participants were entered for a chance to win a donated Yamaha 4-stroke 8-horsepower fishing boat. The drawing was held at the Treehouse Resale Shop in the 5 Point Shopping Center.
A South Georgia researcher has found a new method to trap beetles that have been destroying pecan trees. Entomologist Jim Dutcher created a panel trap that uses the scent of female beetles to lure the male root borers in and kill them. The idea is to reduce the population and keep them from infesting pecan orchards. Dutcher says the beetles can cause an immense amount of damage to the tree roots. He's been experimenting with the trap since 2009 and says in 1 week, a trap can collect up to 200 beetles.
A professor of sociology at Valdosta State University has been nominated for a prestigious award from the American Sociological Association. Dr. Kathleen Lowney has been selected to receive the 2014 Distinguished Contributions to Teaching Award. The award recognizes contributions that make a significant impact on the manner in which sociology is taught at a regional, state, national, or international level. The award will be presented at the association's annual meeting in August in San Francisco, California.
Up next on News Valdosta, we had a beautiful morning. What about the evening? We'll find out what to expect from weather anchor Ariel Harrison when we come back.
So stay with us.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
So, I got this new family. And I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
We've had a beautiful morning so far, but what can we look forward to tonight? Let's check in with weather anchor Ariel Hairston to find out. Ariel?
Thanks, Bridget. This morning started out a little chilly, but no need to worry because things are going to heat up fast. Today, we can expect partly cloudy skies and a high of 88 degrees. There's no chance of rain, so those raincoats can stay in the coat closet during the day. There will be light winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, there will be a 10% chance of rain, so it looks like you won't be needing that umbrella. The low will be 58 degrees with mostly clear skies. It will heat up again tomorrow with a high of 85 degrees, and by tomorrow night, we'll see a chance of isolated thunderstorms with a low of 65, so be prepared for the possibility of rainy weather. The UV index today is very high with a rating of 9 on a 10-point scale. So grab some sunscreen if you plan on being outside for long periods of time today. The pollen count will be a high at 10.7 out of 12. Don't forget to bring your allergy medicine. The predominant pollens are oak, birch, and sweet gum. That's all for weather. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Coming up, we'll have a look at what's going on with our local sports with Kayla Jordan.
So don't go away.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
All right, listen, we all need a little nudge sometimes. I don't function without coffee in the morning, but it is going to take more than a double mochaccino to help you here.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero oír. Danny, no lo puedo hacer. Quiero oír. Danny, lo voy a hacer.
DMC, liking your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs. Just keeping it real.
Louder! Louder! I'm gonna get my GED! Come on! Get your GED! Hey. You keep it down, brother. Thanks.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why
I chose
Division II.
Welcome back. Now let's check in with Kayla Jordan for a look at our local sports. Kayla?
The Valdosta Wildcats baseball team looks to improve its regional record tomorrow as they take on the Camden County Wildcats in a doubleheader. Camden County is entering this game with a 2-game winning streak. Valdosta will have to show a great deal of focus and determination if it expects to get out of this losing streak. Also tomorrow night, the Lowndes Vikings baseball team will take on the Sarasota Sailors. It has been a rough year for the Vikings, and they hope to capture a win against a team not accustomed to losing. The first pitch is set for 7 p.m. It's senior night for the Valwood Valiants. There will be a varsity baseball game tonight at Valwood starting at 6:30. The boys will be playing Brookwood School. The girls' soccer team will play against Georgia Christian Academy tonight at 7. Freshman Zach Smith from Georgia Southwestern University didn't let up when meeting Albany State yesterday evening. Smith snapped the Albany Golden Rams' winning 10-game streak. Smith struck out 9, allowing only 1 run and 3 hits in the complete game for a 6-1 victory. The Rams would go on to score their lone run for the game on an Emmanuel Santos ground out. Georgia Southwestern will hit the road for a 3-game series this weekend. Valdosta High put together one of the best performances of its soccer season Tuesday night at Bazemore Hyder Stadium, upsetting the Tift County Blue Devils. The Blue Devils had a majority of possession in the first half, but didn't stand a chance after the second half when the Wildcats' defense kicked in. That led the Wildcats to an overall 6 wins this season. In the girls' game, Tift defeated Valdosta 5-0. Thanks, Kayla. Coming up on News Valdosta, 2 local schools have won a poster drawing competition.
We'll have this story and more, so stay with us.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to our Thursday edition of News Valdosta.
2 local schools from South Georgia have won a competition for creating drawings for a poster contest about Smokey the Bear and Woodsy the Owl. The Camellia District Garden Club has recognized winners from North Brooks Elementary and Lower Vilewood Middle Schools. The competition had students from grades 1st through 5th draw their best representations of Smokey the Bear and Woodsy the Owl for understanding forest conservation and wildfire prevention. Inde Bauer, the Camellia District Garden Chair, praised everyone who helped in the competitions.
JL Newbern Middle School will premiere its spring musical, Ada, tonight at 7:30, and students will perform tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And Saturday at 6, performances will take place at Valdosta High School Performing Arts Center.
The local Valdosta Elks Lodge welcomed its newest members and achievements recently. Terry Bennett was re-elected as the 92nd Exalted Leader, as well as 10 new officers elected to the Executive Board. The contributions made by the Lodge were sent to the Elks National Foundation. The foundation gives scholarships and grants to high school seniors who proved they're noteworthy citizens. Terry Bennett also recognized members Robert Parrish and Calvin Noble for Officer of the Year and Member of the Year, respectively.
Sam's Club in Valdosta will be hosting its re-grand opening today and is inviting the community to celebrate. The Valdosta Lowndes Community Chamber of Commerce kicked off with the celebration of the ribbon-cutting ceremony this morning. The event is free and will continue throughout the day until 6 tonight.
Next week is spring break for Lowndes County and Valdosta City Schools. So here are some tips if you're traveling. When you travel, always stay with your group and never wander off. Most problems occur when you go somewhere alone and you don't know the area. Be sure to always keep a cell phone with you in case of an emergency, and don't take unnecessary risks, such as drinking underage or taking illegal narcotics. Have some fun, but come back safe.
Valdosta Main Street is hosting First Friday in downtown Valdosta. News Valdosta's Chandler D. Jackson has more.
Downtown Valdosta is a place full of many festivities and interesting things to do, but were you aware of First Friday? This event is held at the beginning of each month, wherein Valdosta citizens are invited to come down and see what their city is all about. During First Friday, various venues in downtown Valdosta participate where you can come in and visit between the hours of 6 and 9 p.m. to see what the city is all about. You can find anything between fine dining and great eating establishments, all the way to boutiques, galleries, and some unusual shopping experiences. If you're interested in seeing what the city has to offer, you're all invited to come down and participate in First Friday, which is taking place tomorrow between the hours of 6 and 9 p.m.
Well, that's our show today. I'm Brad Covert.
And I'm Bridget Muckle. Thanks for watching. See you next time.